CTET Feb 2026 aspirants. Listen carefully. If your exam is near and you are confused what to revise and what to skip, this video is for you. In this session, we will do a last minute revision of CDP key concepts that are asked again and again in a CTET. No theory overload, only exam oriented points that can really boost your score. Don't skip even a second. Let's start our 21st century skills. 21st century skills are the abilities that help students think critically, communicate effectively, use technology wisely, adapt to changing situations. These skills prepare learners for real life, workplace, global citizenship. List of 21st century skills. First, critical thinking. Second, creativity. 3. Collaboration. 4. Communication. 5th, information literacy. 6. Media literacy. 7. Technological literacy. 8. Leadership. 9. Initiative. 10. Productivity. 11. Social skills. 12. Flexibility. First, critical thinking. Critical thinking means thinking logically, questioning ideas, and solving problems, not blindly memorizing. Classroom strategies for critical thinking. Adla badli means important to debate. Students exchange viewpoints suddenly, enhance reasoning and quick thinking. Ask yourself means made questions. Students frame their own questions, promotes self-reflection. Golmol means asking riddles. Brain teasers and puzzles. Develop analytical skills. Gap fill in. Encourages thinking beyond rote learning. Pucho to samjhe means cross questioning. Teacher ask why and how questions build deep understanding. Second, innovation. Innovation means applying new ideas and creative solution in learning. Classroom activities, project-based learning, real-life problem solving, student-centered approach. Virtual reality, experiential learning, enhance engagement. Two, two is enough means limited resources, creative thinking. Let them free. Open-ended task encourages independence. Give them a break. Brain breaks improve innovation. 3. Collaboration. Collaboration is learning together and working as a team. Strategies. Save the last word for me. Every student gets a chance to speak. Hands-on project. Group-based learning. Chain game builds connectivity and cooperation. Search to win. Team-based problem solving. Dumb chart. Non-verbal communication and teamwork. 4. Communication. Communication skill is the ability to express ideas clearly and listen actively. Activities. Guide for the blindfold means develops verbal clarity. Feelings are important. Emotional expression. Talk in peers means peer interaction. Silence talk a day. Non-verbal communication. Students class means students led teaching. 5th, ICT information and media literacy. Using technology, information and media responsibility and effectively. Classroom practice, design and app, designing blog, website, PPT. Know how digital awareness. Teach, learn, copy, peer teaching. Now 6. Flexibility and adaptability. Ability to adjust, accept change and learn differently. Techniques, different use of household items, make up a new game, flipped classroom, shuffle activities. NEP 2020 connection shift from rigidity to flexibility. Now, one line revision of this topic. Critical thinking means why and how questions. Innovation means new ideas. Collaboration means teamwork. Communication means expression. ICT literacy means digital competence. Flexibility means adaptability. What is Bloom's taxonomy? Bloom's taxonomy is a classification of learning objectives. It explains how students learn, what type of learning outcomes teachers expect, level of thinking skills. Bloom's taxonomy tells us what level of learning a student has achieved. Who gave Bloom's taxonomy? Bloom's taxonomy was given by Benjamin Bloom. Used in teaching, lesson planning, question paper setting, assessment. Three domains of learning means CAP, trick up remember CAP means Bloom's divide learning into three domains. C means cognitive domain related to head, thinking, knowledge, mental ability. Now A means affective domain related to heart, feelings, attitude, and values. Now P psychomotor domain related to hand, skills, physical activities, actions. CAP means CAP, cognitive, affective, psychomotor. Exam trick, thinking is related to cognitive, attitude and value related to affective, skill and activity related to psychomotor domain. Now, cognitive domain, maximum questions come from cognitive domain. Cognitive domain deals with mental skills, knowledge, thinking process. Bloom's cognitive domain 1956 old taxonomy. Bloom's gave six level in a 1956. Order lowest to higher. Lower to higher. First knowledge, second comprehension, third application, fourth analysis, fifth synthesis, sixth evaluation. Now explanation of this all domain. First knowledge. Knowledge means remembering facts, memorization. For example, define education. Write the capital of India. Keywords of this remember and recall. Now, comprehension. Comprehension means understanding meaning, explaining in our own words. For example, explain democracy in your own words. Keywords explain and understand. Now, 3 application. Application means using knowledge in a real situations. For example, apply a formula to solve a problem. Keywords of this apply and use. Now, fourth, analysis. Analysis means breaking information into parts, finding relationship. For example, analyze cause of poverty. Keywords analyze and differentiate it. Fifth, synthesis means combining ideas, creating something new. For example, write a speech using given points. Keywords of this create and combine. Now last, 6 evaluation means judging, giving opinion with reasons. For example, evaluate the impact of NEP 2020. Keywords of this judge and evaluate. Now revise Bloom's taxonomy 2001. In 2001, Bloom's taxonomy was revised. Main change, noun change into verbs. Last two levels change in a order. New order, first remember, second understand, third apply, Fourth, analyze. Fifth, evaluate. Sixth, create. Highest level, create. Old versus new comparison. Old 1956, new 2001. Knowledge, new in remember. Comprehension, understand. Application, apply. Analysis, analyze. Synthesis, create. And last, evaluation, evaluate. Revised taxonomy focuses on active learning. Exam based hints, highest level of cognitive domain, create. Thinking and problem solving, cognitive domain. Old taxonomy use nouns, new taxonomy use verbs. Bloom's taxonomy is used for learning objectives. Quick revision. Bloom learning objectives, 3 domains: CAP, cognitive, affective, psychomotor. Most important cognitive domain. Old taxonomy, knowledge to evaluation. Revised taxonomy, remember to create. Create is a highest level. What is NCF 2005? NCF 2005 stand for National Curriculum Framework 2005. It was developed by NCERT and is based on constructivism. The main focus on NCF 2005 is child-centered education and learning by doing. Key features of NCF 2005. First, learning by doing. Learning should happen through activities, not rote memorization. Children learn better when they actively participate. NCF 2005 strongly supports learning by doing. Number 2, based on constructivism. Language is constructed by the learner, not transmitted by the teacher. Learners connected new knowledge with previous experiences. NCF 2005 is based on constructivist approach. Third, teacher as a facilitator. The teacher should not act as a dictator. Teacher's role is to guide, support, and facilitate learning. According to NCF 2005, teacher acts as a facilitator. 4. Multilingualism. NCF 2005 supports teaching is more than one language. Children should be allowed to learn in their mother tongue initially. Fifth, learning is a social process. Learning happens through interaction, discussion, and cooperation. It is an active, social, and democratic process. Learning is a social, active, and democratic process. Method of comparison in NCF 2005. NCF 2005 emphasizes 5 major learning methods. First, learning by doing. Second, inspection method. Third, test method. Fourth, group learning. Fifth, mixed method. NCF 2005 promotes varied and flexible teaching methods. Rote learning is discourages. Mugging up textbooks is not real learning. Textbooks are only one of the resources, not the only source. NCF 2005 discourages rote memorization. Errors are a part of learning. Mistakes are natural and meaningful. Error shows the thinking process of the child. Wrong or alternative ideas are called new conception. These can be corrected through classroom discussion, interaction, and activities. Core philosophy: child-centered education, actively based learning, constructivism, teacher as a facilitator, multilingualism, learning by doing, social and democratic learning. Now, quick revision point. NCF 2005 based on constructivism. Teacher's role is facilitator. Learning, active plus social. Language focuses on multilingualism. Method, learning by doing. Errors, part of learning. 1. Child development principles. Now definition. Study of how a child grow physically, cognitively, socially and emotionally. Key principles. Development is holistic, physical, mental, social, emotional, all are connected. Development is continuous, starts at birth and continue through life. Development is orderly, follows a sequence, uh, crawling, walking and running. Development is individualistic, varies from child to child. For example, two children of the same age may walk at a different times. Both are normal. 2. Stage of development Piaget and Erikson. Piaget's cognitive stages. Stage 1 sensory motor 0 to 2 years learn through senses and actions. 2. Pre operational 2 to 7 years symbolic thinking and egocentric. 3. Concrete operational stage 7 to 11 years. Logical thinking and classification. 4. Formal operational stage 11 plus years. Abstract reasoning. Now, Erickson's psychological stages. Stage 1 Trust versus mistrust 0 to 1 year. 2. Autonomy versus shame 1 to 3 years. 3. Initiative versus guilt 3 to 6 year. 4. Industry versus inferiority 6 to 12 years. 5. Identity versus role confusion 12 to 18 years. For example, in an operational stage, a child thinks only from their prescription, uh, egocentric thinking. 3. Learning and pedagogy. Methods and process of teaching children effectively. Learning theories, behaviorism, Skinner and Pavlov. Learning by reinforcement and punishment. For example, prize a child for completing homework. Constructivist, Piaget and Vygotsky. Learning by discovery and social interaction. For example, students learn science concepts through experiments. Social learning, Bandura, learning by observing others. For example, child imitate teacher's action. Now, inclusive education and individual differences. Inclusive education, teaching children with special needs in a regular classrooms. Individual differences means physical, cognitive, emotional, social, and cultural. For example, a slow learner can perform well with peer supports and remedial teaching. Now, motivation and classroom management. Motivation means process of stimulating students to learn. Intrinsic motivation, learning for a self satisfaction. Extrinsic motivation, rewards, marks, and prize. Classroom management, techniques to maintain discipline and active learning. For example, positive reinforcement for a good behavior, clear rules. Now, assessment and evaluation. Formative assessment, ongoing checks to improve learning. Summative assessment, in term exam for grades. For example, oral questioning, projects, and quizzes. Pedagogical practice, active based learning, hands on activity for a better understanding. Problem solving, encourage analytical and creative thinking. Collaborative learning, group work, and peer learning. Some sample PYQs with answer plus explanation. Question number 1. Piaget stages where children are egocentric. Answer: pre-operational 2 to 7 year. Children can use symbols which cannot see others' viewpoints. Question number 2. Who empathize learning by observing others? Oh, correct answer is Bandura. Social learning theory states children imitate behaviors from models. Question 3. Examples of intrinsic motivation. Answer: a child reading for a pleasure. For example, motivation comes from within, not external rewards. Question number 4. Meaning of inclusive education. Answer: education for all children, including those who is disabilities. Ensure equal learning opportunity. Question number 5. Which assessment is ongoing? Answer: formative. Helps track progress and improve learning continuously. What is learning disability? A learning disability is a neurological disorder that affect a child's ability to read, write, spell, calculate, understand information. Important point: child has normal or above average intelligence. Problem is not due to laziness. Problem is not due to lack of motivation. Learning disability is not related to intelligence. Now, key characteristic of learning disability. Children with learning disability may read very slowly, make spelling mistakes, reverse letter like B, D, and P, Q. Face difficulty in maths, take more time to learn. They are not mentally retarded, they are not careless. Types of learning disability. CTET mostly ask from these. One, dyslexia, means a reading disability. Difficulty in a reading. Child may skip words while reading, read very slowly. Confusion letters like B call D and P call Q. Intelligence is normal. Most common learning disability asked in a CTET. Dys, dyslexia. Now, two, dysgraphia, writing disability. Difficulty in writing means dysgraphia. Child may written letters incorrectly, poor handwriting, make spelling mistakes. Child knows the answer but cannot write properly. Number third, dyscalculia, mathematics disability. Difficulty in a mathematics, it's called dyscalculia. Child may confuse numbers, face problems in addition, subtraction, unable to understand words problems. Very common in a paper 2 maths CDP question. 4. Dysgraphia, dyspraxia, motor skill problem. Difficulty in a movement and coordination. It is called dyspharax. Child may have a poor balance, difficulty in buttoning shirt, problem in holding pencil. Now we will learn learning disability versus learning difficulty. Learning disability is neurological disorder and a learning difficulty is temporary problem. Learning disability is a permanent. Learning difficulty can be improved. Learning disability not due to environment. Learning difficulty due to poor teaching and language. Learning disability needs special supports. Learning difficulty needs practice. Learning disability is intrinsic. Learning difficulty in extrinsic. What learning disability is not. CTET often asks this indirectly. Learning disability is not caused by low intelligence, poor motivation, poverty, emotional disturbance. These may be associated but not the cause. Role of teacher. CTET focus on a teacher attitude. A good teacher should be patient and supportive, Use multi-sensory teaching methods, give extra time for a task, avoid punishment and comprehension, focus on strength now, not weaknesses. Teacher should use remedial teaching and individualized instruction. Now, assessment of learning disability. Teacher should observe child continuously, use diagnostic test, consult special educator, avoid labeling the child. Early identification helps in a better intervention. Inclusive education and learning disability. Learning disability children should study in a regular classroom, get special supports, not be isolated. This is called inclusive education. CTET prefer inclusive approach, not segregation. Most expected CTET exams line. Learning disability is a neurological in a nature. Dyslexia affect reading. Dysgraphia affect writing. Dyscalculia affects mathematics. Intelligence level is a normal or above average. Teacher's role is supportive, not a punitive.
What is intelligence? Intelligence means the ability to learn, understand, think, solve problems, and adjust to the environment. Theory number 1, Unitary Theory of Intelligence, propounded by Alfred Binet. Intelligence is a single whole ability. If a person is intelligent, they are intelligent in all area. Key points of this theory: intelligence cannot be divided. One general ability controls all mental activities. For example, if a child is good in a math, language, and reasoning, according to this theory, intelligence is one unit. Limitations of this theory: intelligence is not the same in all areas. People show different abilities. Exam tip: this theory is less accepted now. Theory number 2, Multi-factor Theory of Intelligence, propounded by E.L. Thorndike. Intelligence is a combination of many independent abilities. Types of intelligence by Thorndike. Number 1, abstract intelligence, dealing with ideas and symbols. Number 2, mechanical intelligence, handling machines and tools. Number 3, social intelligence, understanding people and relationship. For example, a mechanic may be excellent with machines but average in a language skill. CTET point: Thorndike strongly support social intelligence. Theory number 3, Two-factor theory of intelligence, propounded by Charles Spearman. Intelligence has two factors. Number 1, G means general intelligence, common in all activities. 2, S, specific intelligence, specific to a particular task. Formula: intelligence is equal to G plus S. For example, a student needs G for all subjects. S is needed especially for maths, music, or sports. Very important for CTET, most asked theory in a exam. Theory number 4, Group factor theory, propounded by L.L. Thurston. Intelligence consists of several primary mental abilities. Primary mental abilities: number 1, verbal comprehension, 2, word fluency, 3, number ability, 4, spatial ability, 5, memory, 6, reasoning, 7, preconceptual speed. Difference from Spearman: no single G factor Group abilities are most important. CTET focuses on questions compare Spearman versus Thurston. Theory number 5, Multiple Intelligence Theory, propounded by Howard Gardner. Intelligence is not one or two types. Every child has multiple intelligence. Types of intelligence, 8 types of intelligence given by Howard Gardner. Number 1, linguistic. Number 2, logical, mathematical. 3, spatial. 4, musical. 5, bodily kinesthetic. 6, interpersonal. 7th, intrapersonal. 8, naturalistic. Educational importance, every child is unique. Teaching should be child centered. Most important theory for CTET pedagogy. Theory 6, Triarchic Theory of Intelligence, propounded by Robert Sternberg. 3 types of triarchic theory of intelligence. Number 1, analytical intelligence, problem solving. 2, creative intelligence, new ideas. 3, practical intelligence, real life situation. For example, a straight smart child may score low in exams but high in practical intelligence. CTET love application based questions from this theory. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. All the best.